Hey everyone, thank you for being here. My name is John B. Johnson. I am passionate about bridging the gap between communities, the people that belong to them, right, and the unique problems that they were created to solve. I am currently in Seattle and I'm moving back home to my hometown of Cleveland next month, and I'm just so excited to be here with y'all. So, Heather, I'm ready to go when you are. What if I told you that igniting change in your city or anywhere actually doesn't isn't about what you do. It's actually about who you are as a person. Who are you? Go ahead, answer it. You a designer, a father, a mother, an architect. Who are you? Think about those words that come to your mind when you're asked that question because those words are important. The word identification is derived from the Latin word item, meaning same, and facere, which means to make. So when I identify with something, I make it the same as me. But the fact is, there is no one that is the same as you. You are 1 in 7.8 billion. 1 in 7.8 billion, and that is your secret sauce. We've heard it today from all the speakers. There's nobody that is the same. And throughout my life, I've realized many moments where I realized that I wasn't the same. When I was a kid, growing up in my neighborhood of Cleveland, a friend came up to me and said he couldn't play with me anymore because I was black. The fact is, I grew up in an Italian neighborhood. My mom is Italian, all right? But we were the only black people on my street. And this experience helped shape the way that I approach all of these other experiences throughout my life. Being a student, getting my master's of architecture, I was studying abroad in Florence, Italy, when cops pulled me over and asked for my papers. But they didn't ask for any other students' papers. Why was that? Because I was the only black person in my graduating class. But this did not stop me from using every ounce of resources that I was able to gain by being in this program in the first place. I knew it was a privilege. And the same thing goes when I started practicing architecture. I was not the same as all the other architects because, once again, I was the only black person in my architecture firm. But once again, this did not stop me from utilizing my gifts and my perspective and actually change the way that walkability was thought about in Phoenix, Arizona. I actually got CC'd on an email with my favorite architect, Bjarke Ingels. All right, and all of this experience in architecture led me to become an entrepreneur. Where instead of building the built environment, I wanted to use technology to change the way that people interacted within the built environment. I created a mobile application called Feel Free that was supposed to enhance the way that we engage with each other face to face. Long story short, I realized that as a black founder, less than 1% of venture funds were going to go to me. Not saying that that's the reason why it failed, because it didn't fail. I learned about my passion for community building. And I started with the Black ecosystem in Phoenix for entrepreneurship, created an entrepreneurship boot camp specifically for Black entrepreneurs to start to cultivate that community within that environment because I was just one of a few there. The same thing for social entrepreneurship and so on and so forth. Community was my passion. And that's what I learned through that startup. And as I started to engage more and more with the community, I realized that I was really good at branding. I was really good at helping people start. So I created an agency in Seattle when I got here called A Small Studio. We focus on branding and product design, but more importantly, we are a collection of creatives who use our gift of design to bring peace to people's lives. We've worked with hundreds of companies across the world and became $1 million company. But the biggest gift that I gained was realizing that I was an identity architect. Right? Identity architecture is a human-centered practice that empowers individuals, strengthens communities, and reshapes cultural outcomes. I created identity architecture because I knew that people were more than a number. My brother, who's been in prison since he was 17 years old, is more than a number. And then Nia said it perfectly in the previous conversation. We have an identity that is unique to us and solely us. And it's up to us to understand the unique composition of attributes and experiences that help others understand who we are so that we can collaborate and create a social fabric that reshapes our cities, reshapes our perspectives. And the moment we use our experiences to help others, we ignite change, no matter where we are. You've heard my experiences, but I want you to think about your experiences. Where are you the only? Where are you that have the only perspective? Because you need to use that to help others. You need to use that to ignite the flames that live inside of you, because that's what makes you special. Thank you, y'all.
Oh man. Oh man. Thank you, John. Woo, I was taking notes. The moment we use our experiences to help others, we ignite change. And that's just beautiful, because that is the perfect way to end this and to round this out and to bring it all home, because it starts with the person. If we are really really going to do the work, hey, starts right.
It starts with the reflection. And I think that that's what we've done very well today, is reflecting on our experiences. Reflect first and then project authentically.